gases, liquefied gases, flammable gases have potential in them to explode at any time when they come in contact with air, preferable, atmospheric air, oxygen or hydrogen. In the presence of spark of flame, they have potential to explode.
Gas should be inside. I would recommend inside, because when it is outside, you don't know what is happening to it outside. There may be leakage. The connecting pipe may have leakage, and you don't know. There is tendency for it to explode. So when it is outside, it is not safe. So it should be inside, so that you give regular check on it to see if there is leakage on the cylinder or on the pipe.
As the explosion of liquefied petroleum gas has become a trend, its causes have been blamed on several factors like negligence, ignorance, and the ineffectiveness of the appropriate authorities to regulate and control the proliferation and use of liquefied gas in the country. When it happens, families mourn and the government releases a press statement promising to curtail the situation for future recurrence, and it stops at that. Recently, no fewer than 3 fun seekers reportedly died and others were injured at a drinking joint in the Kaba area of Kogi State after a gas explosion. In November 2021, many residents were reportedly killed, others injured, and properties destroyed in a gas explosion at the Ladipo area in Mushin local government area of Lagos State. Last year, Rootstv reported a case of a gas explosion at the Gwagwalada Area Council of Abuja, which claimed lives, injured others, and destroyed properties. This trend of gas explosions has made the city sit on a time bomb, the danger claiming lives and properties, yet LPG is found in most homes in Nigeria. Rootstv went on the streets of Abuja to ask residents what they use in cooking and precautionary measures applied while using gas for their cooking. This is what they have to say.
Before gas explodes, there must be leakage. I think people should properly check their gas to check if there is leakage. It may be from the cylinder, it may be from the burner, but make sure that there is no leakage. Those that use pipe to connect it will always check it properly. So proper check will reduce gas explosion, because gas cannot explode if there is no leakage.
I use gas cooker. Since I use the normal one, I don't think it's dangerous, though it's kept in my kitchen. So I bought those that use the separate one, the gas cylinder separate and the other one separate. I think it's better if they keep that one outside. So, but the one I use, I think is best inside than outside, for me to secure my food rather.
Cases of explosions in the country continue to add up and mostly occur in the residential areas, either from the retailers of liquefied gas or while in use. Over time, concerns have been raised over the proliferation of liquefied petroleum gas sales outlets within residential areas in the country, which oftentimes result in casualties.
Gas vendors to be refilling gas in the midst of residential area because of all these causes that I have mentioned. Leakages in the valve of the gas, exposure to elevated temperature or heat, or carelessness in handling this gas. All this one can cause gas explosion anywhere the gas is kept.
Experts have argued that regulation of cooking gas outlets in residential areas would go a long way in curbing incidences of explosions, as well as ensuring gas outlets meet all safety criteria and are duly certified by relevant agencies before operating. In an interview with our correspondent, the head of operations, FCT Fire Service Controller, Adebayo Zakis, spoke on how to minimize the loss of lives and properties from a gas explosion when it occurs.
The FCT minister is trying all his possible best to to look for a conducive area where the gas retailers be able to stay and transact their business. Because when the explosion occurs, it's always a disaster. In order to minimize the loss of lives and property, we don't allow gas retailer to operate within or close to residential area.
Zakis listed NNPC, SON, PPR, Fire Service, NEMA and FEMA as regulatory bodies responsible for ensuring retailers of LPG abide by the rules.
We will inspect your business premises and ensure that you are authorized to carry out business in the areas where you want to be doing your business. Number 2, you have fire defense equipment that can be used to control fire at any time. And also, let me say, you have received training that will enable you to tackle any emergency that occurs at any point in time. When you have all these qualifications, that will enable you to obtain certificate from fire service, petroleum pricing agency, or national emergency management agency. When you have this, now if you refuse to obtain this permit and you operate, you are on your own, the hands of law will come down on you. Now if you have all this and the disaster comes or emergency comes, if it eventually comes, then you will be able to defend yourself.
He therefore prefers that
shut the gas supply, stop the flow of the gas. Number 2, if it is within an apartment, kitchen for instance, or house, you don't on the light or carry naked flame, lantern, to go and just open the window for ventilation across where the gas cylinder is. After that, you now deal with the situation. If the gas cylinder is worn out, make sure you replace it immediately.
Earlier during the interview, Adebayo Zacchaeus stated the causes of a gas explosion. He said,
in handling gas issues, for instance, when you are cooking and you are not attending to your gas cylinder properly, for instance, if the burner is not well fixed, if the hose that carries the gas from gas cylinder to the burner has been affected, probably it has worn out due to